We continue from Las Vegas. 2025-26 West Coast Conference Men's Basketball Media Day from Resorts World in Las Vegas. A couple of teams down, and the newcomer to the West Coast Conference, Seattle U, the Red Hawks in the league. An adjustment for them coming from the WAC to the West Coast Conference. Chris Victor, their head coach. A couple of their key guys coming back on this squad are with us is Maleek, Arington, and Brayden Maldonado with us here on the show. And all right, Chris, the adjustment you have to make. You're going from a league where you had a lot of success in the WAC, stepping up a level where the competition gets a little stiffer. When you look at entering this league, what's the first thing that comes to mind for you?
Yeah, one of the things that we looked at in the offseason was just the size difference. I think one of the big jumps from the WAC to this conference is the overall size, and going through that gauntlet during the season. We thought that we needed to get a little bigger just to make it through that whole conference schedule. And the rest of it will be a learning curve for us. These are places that we haven't played very frequently or at all. New coaches, new systems, new philosophies. So we'll try and learn as fast as we can as we go through it. But there'll be a lot of new stuff for us this year.
Brayden, when you look at coming to this league, what excites you about playing in the West Coast Conference?
I would say the competition. Like I said, there's a lot of powerhouse conferences here, a lot of teams that are always in the NCAA tournament, a lot of teams with great history. Like you said, you go down the line from the Gonzagas, the St. Mary's, San Francisco's, the Washington States. There's plenty of great competition here, and there's plenty of guys that have NBA potential. You know what I'm saying? It's just good exposure for the program as a whole, and for us as players to grow our program and grow as players as well. So it's super exciting to be able to play guys that are this elite at this level.
At this level, Maleek, you're coming into a league that has, and Brayden was alluding to it, teams that have had sustained success, Gonzaga, St. Mary's. What does it mean for you to be a part of a group that's moving into this conference at Seattle U?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of opportunity for us, especially coming into this conference, to show who we are and what we're about. Obviously, all those big name schools that Brayden mentioned, just to be able to compete against those schools. I mean, not a lot of people get to do that, and to be able to go show out and show what we're about multiple times is big for us and our programs.
And Chris, this league has put teams consistently in the NCAA tournament. Multiple bids year after year after year. How attractive was that for you and your administration to that we want to be a part of that because it can help elevate where Seattle U basketball is at?
Yeah, you're right. And this is a big move, not just for our basketball program, for our whole university. I think Seattle University fits in well with the WCC for a lot of reasons. And it gives our basketball program a lot more exposure. And having the ability now to be in a conference where, yes, multiple bids per year, hopefully more than 2 this upcoming season. And to be in one of the premier conferences on the West Coast, like Brayden and Maleek talked about, the opportunity to play against those teams is what we want, and we're excited to be here.
The opportunity for you guys to play against some of these teams, who are you really looking forward to going up against?
Honestly, to be honest with you, is the next person on our schedule. So November 3rd, we'll kick off against Denver, so we'll be excited to go against them. And I think for us, a big thing is taking it day by day. We don't want to look too far ahead, especially the new team that we are. We want to stay focused on us and focused on our next mission, which is the next game and winning the next game. So I would just say next game, we're not looking too far ahead. We're trying to get through our non-conference before we get to the conference. But I think day by day for this squad is the mentality that we have.
It's funny as you were giving that answer, Brayden, I saw the smile on Coach's face. Not giving any bulletin board material to anybody.
Well done, B. Well done.
That's a well-coached player right there, right? Maleek, this conference, and we've talked about it, Gonzaga has been the big team in the Pacific Northwest to try to tackle. But it's more than just Gonzaga. You look at St. Mary's and the great play that Santa Clara has had. You go down the list of what this conference and the talent level, how will that elevate your game and make you a better player when night in, night out, you're going to get challenged?
Yeah. I mean, a big part of me is defense, and having to go out and guard, high-level guys that potentially go pro is big for me in my game, and I'm looking forward to every night, you know, going in, having my matchup. I feel like a lot of different ways can elevate my game and elevate our team as well. Elevating me, myself, but, you know, we want to win, so if I'm not playing good, then we're not going to win, so that's the main thing.
The buzz, Brayden, about switching conferences. What have you noticed with just the excitement level around campus, your fans, supporters, the alumni? What have you noticed in the big picture as far as the perception of Seattle U basketball now?
I mean, I think everyone's super excited. Whether I'm in class or I got a couple of my people in my class coming to me like, is it this year you guys are going WCC? It's this year, is it? I'm like, yeah, it is. Like, you guys can see Gonzaga.
They're knowledgeable. They know.
Yeah, everyone. I think it's so big, like I said, for the university to move to a conference like this, of this caliber. And I think for the city as a whole, everyone's been following Seattle U basketball and has been in tune, and everyone's super excited to see us move to this new conference as well, and they're excited to follow along. So like you said, I think for the city as a whole, and like Coach touched on, the entire athletics, I think everyone is so invested, and the people around following Seattle U are invested as well, and I think that's a huge part of our support system, and I think that's why Seattle U is such a great place.
Chris, you've had a lot of success recently. 20-plus wins, 3 straight years. I know it was a little bit of a step back for you last year, but being able to establish that culture, and now, year 5 for you at Seattle U. What has been the key for you to get this consistency year in, year out, where you have these teams that have been winning 20 games?
Yeah, you're looking at 2 of the guys right here, and it's been our players. I think we've been fortunate to have some continuity within our roster, and that's been huge for us to establish that culture early and then sustain it. We've been able to keep some guys in the program for multiple years and keep our staff together for multiple years. We've had a lot of talented players come in that have had some success with us. Maybe not their first year, but they stayed for 2 or 3 or 4. We had 3 guys last year that graduated after spending 5 years in the program, which I think now in college basketball is a little more rare. But we were able to do it, and I think that was a big part of our sustained success, was to keep our players in Seattle and have guys in our program for multiple seasons.
How critical is it, Brayden, to have that run of success with a group you grew up with, seeing those guys? 3 of your top 6 scorers are back from a year ago, and as your coach alluded to, it's kind of a rarity this day, especially at the quote-unquote mid-major level, to have that really group stick together in the consistency. What does it mean for you to be a part of that?
I mean, it means a lot. It kind of just goes to, I mean, what coach has been building here. I mean, guys want to stay. Guys aren't quick to jump in and quick to leave. Like me and Maleek, we came in here together. We want to be here. We're here again. And it's just, like I said, it's a culture thing for us. We got guys that want to be here and are bought into the program. And that's a huge thing. Like you said, nowadays people are jumping in, if you don't play a little bit. But I think guys here really believe in if it's time to wait your turn, it's time to wait your turn. When it's your time to go, it's your time to go. And coach puts a lot of confidence in the guys, which allows them to go out there, play free, and feel like they can be themselves, which I think is a big reason why people stay here and why our culture is so strong at Seattle U.
Maleek, what's the big thing for you, the buy-in factor from you? What Coach Victor has established at Seattle U, but what was key for you and why you wanted to grow with this group?
I mean, yeah, I'm home. Seattle's my home. So, Coach Vic, he's big on defense, bought into that. And, yeah, just being home, being able to see my family at games and just be around, good guys like Brayden and the rest of my teammates. Coach Vic does a really good job in recruiting people that are, good people and, want to be around everybody. So, our team chemistry is high, and all those little things matter and having a successful season. So.
Chris, there's that smile again. Bought into defense. As a coach, I know you're preaching it every day. I've seen your teams practice. When your players reflect what you're preaching, how satisfying, how gratifying is it to have they basically recite what you had just told them?
Yeah, Maleek's a special defender. Actually, he's got a lot more freedom on defense than other guys do.
He's earned it.
He's earned it, and he's a heck of a defender. When Brayden first got with us last year, he wasn't good on defense at all, and now he's become one of our best defenders on the perimeter. And talk about Maleek's buy-in, I think Brayden's buy-in has been special because he's been challenged and he's accepted it, and now he's become, like I said before, a tone setter for us on the defensive end. So I love how Maleek dives into that, because he's right. It's going to be a big part of our season. It's going to be Maleek on, one of their team's top scorers throughout the year, and the fact that he embraces that challenge is huge for us.
Jun Sukyo transfers into your program. Was at Gonzaga the last couple of years, Chris. What has he added? What will he bring to your group?
Well, he's got the most WCC experience in our whole team, so that. We'll start with that. We'll be asking him for some advice going to some of these new cities and new arenas. But a very talented player, can really score the basketball, and is also just a great teammate, great person. He's really quickly fit into this group, into this coaching staff. And there's a lot of things that he can add. His years at Gonzaga, he loved them. And for whatever reason, just wasn't able to crack that role that he would have liked. So I know he's looking forward to the opportunity to play and to showcase what he can do. And we're excited to be the team that he's going to do it for.
How disliked were some of the Seattle U people in the recent weeks with Tarek Skubal pitching against the Mariners in the playoffs?
Oh, that was a tough one. I think a lot of what we heard was, we want Skubal to do great until he gets pulled out, then we want the Mariners to win the game. But he stopped by campus before he pitched that first game in the series, and he's been awesome to have since he's been with Detroit. He's come back to campus a lot. Loves the Red Hawks and loves Seattle U. Was it hard, Maleek?
Very hard. Very hard. But he was doing really good. I was cheering for him, but. As Coach Vic said, once he went out, then it was go nerves. He's been unbelievable when giving back to the Seattle U, especially baseball, but the whole Seattle U community. Great to see you guys. Great to have you in the West Coast Conference. Can't wait to watch you guys play and tip it off in the WCC now.
Cool. Thanks, Roxy. Appreciate it.
The Seattle U Red Hawks coming to the WCC. The